Good day. As we recap, we're looking at measurement, and you can see it's saying measuring volume, temperature, and mass. This is the old way we'd measure mass. We still have some of these scales around, but of course now we typically use electronic balance. All right, first thing is for volumes and graduated cylinders, we have a curve. And that curve is called a meniscus, and we always measure at the bottom of the meniscus. When you're viewing the bottom meniscus, don't be looking from too high up, or in this case too low down. You want to have your eyes horizontally aligned to meniscus. That cuts down on what are called parallax errors. So you also want these things, these plastic bumpers out of the way, which are designed to protect the graduated cylinder if it tips over. You don't want them interfering with your measurement as well. So let's try some measuring here. So here's our 50, and there's our 60. So we see every line, because there's 10 divisions between, every line represents 1 mil. So for sure we know it's between 52 and 53. So that's absolutely certain, and we're just going to estimate. So that's the two certain digits. Now we have to estimate how far between 52 and 53, and we're going to say 0.8. So therefore, our measurement is 52.8 milliliters. If you said 52.7, we probably could live with that. It is an estimate. We look at this one. In this case, every division represents 0.2 milliliters. So we can see we're between 6 and 7 milliliters. And so we go 6.2, 6.4, 6.6. So we see we're between 6.6 and 6.8. And so we're going to take that lower number, 6.6. And now all we have to do is estimate that last digit. We have to say, hey, is it right on there or is it a shade above? And we're going to argue that it's 0.02 above the line. Again, that is our estimate. So understand, certain digit, uncertain digit. But the uncertain digit is part of the measurement, so that has 3 sig figs. Another one. So here we have 10. Go up 2 is 11. Up 2 more is 12, 13, 14, 15. So we can see it's definitely between 11 and 12. So we're going to put in 11. Now we're going to estimate. And it looks like it's right around 11.5. Looks like it's right on that line. Another one. So here's our 50 again. And so if you said 52.8 or 52.7, you can see we can live with it. This looks much like the earlier photograph in the previous slide. Okay, we know we're between 70 and 80. So there's 75, 76, 77. So it looks like we're between 76 and 77. And we have to decide, are we on the line or a little above? And you can make the argument we're right on the line, the bottom of the meniscus. Our thermometers, you will see they have divisions to the nearest degree. That means whenever you measure with our thermometers, you're going to measure to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. Common mistake is students forget to do that. So let's try some thermometer things. First of all, don't have it touch the side of a container or the bottom. That will be giving you temperature to glass, not the material or liquid. So generally you want it somewhere in the center, not touching. So same kind of deal. These are roughly like the thermometers we would use in the sense that they have just 1 degree divisions. And so you can see there's 85, 86, 87. So we know we're between 87 and 88. And so the estimate's 87.4. You might look at that and say, no, it's 87.5. No problem. Next one, we see it's right around the 35 mark. So that's fairly definite. And they've argued it's 0.0. You might argue 0.1. It's really borderline. Measuring mass, we have triple and quadruple beam balances. You have to set them to 0, do all kinds of weird and wonderful things. So this is the balancing part. There's a little nut at the far end to the left that will allow you to get these things lined up. But typically you're not going to have to worry about that anymore. It used to be common in grade 8. If we look at this, so we know it's 100 plus 10 is 110, plus 4 is 114, so that's certain. Then we see it's 114.4. And then we see it's between 0.09 and then, so it's somewhere in there. So our certain digits are going to be 114.49 something. So let's see what we get. And now we estimate. So we're between the 9, and it might be half, might be. So I'd be putting a 5 or a 6 in at the end. Oh, they went crazy and said a 7. I don't think it's quite that far over. That'd be my number of grams. But it's the same kind of thing. You'd be measuring to this nearest point right here. Some more measurement. Be ready.